Hello everyone, my name is Charlie and today we're going to talk about Marie Curie. So, Marie Curie was a physicist and chemist widely recognized by the discovery of radioactivity and elements like polonium and radium. Beginning with her story, she was born on November 7, 1867 in Warsaw, what we know today as Poland. She was the youngest of 5 children and her parents were both teachers, who cultivated in her love for learning. Even though Curie was a top student when she was in high school, she could not attend the University of Warsaw, since the university only admitted men at that time. Instead, she continued her education in a floating university, which is a set of underground classes that were held in secret. For 5 years, Curie worked as a tutor in governors, and she used her free time to study physics, chemistry, and mathematics. In 1891, Curie finally made her way to Paris and enrolled at the Sorbonne, and devoted herself completely to her studies. Curie completed her master's degree in physics in 1893 and another degree in mathematics the following year. She married her French physicist Pierre Curie after she finished her studies. Marie and Pierre at the beginning worked in several projects, but after Curie discovered radioactivity, Pierre put aside his own work and started to help her with her research. In 1906, Pierre was killed in Paris after accidentally stepped into a horse-drawn wagon. But even though Curie was devastated for that situation, she continued working and she became the first professor at the university in Paris. About their children, Marie and Pierre have 2 daughters, Irene and Eve. Irene Curie followed her mother's footsteps, winning the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1935, and she shared the honor with her husband, and they worked in the synthesis of radioactive elements. In 1937, Eve Curie wrote the first of many biographies devoted to her famous mother, Madame Curie, who became a film few
Okay,
years later.
now let's talk about her main discoveries. And one of her most significant contributions to the world of science is the discovery of 2 new elements, polonium and radium. These discoveries were made possible through her tireless work and dedication to the study of radioactivity. Polonium was discovered in 1898, and she decided to name this element after her home country, which was Poland. And it was the first element to be named after a country. Radium was discovered in the same year, and it was found in a mineral called pitchblende. She and her husband discovered radium by extracting this element from tons of pitchblende. However, her most significant contribution to science is the theory of radioactivity. She proposed that radioactivity was a property of atoms and not a result of chemical reactions. This theory revolutionized the way scientists understood the behavior of matter and energy. So her discoveries have had a lasting impact on the world. Polonium and radium have been used in several applications, from cancer treatment to smoke detectors. And the theory of radioactivity has led to the development of nuclear energy and atomic weapons. Now, her impact back in time and in today's world. In the past, her work was seen with both admiration and skepticism, and because she faced many challenges, including gender discrimination, and the danger of working with radioactive materials. But Marie Curie's research laid the foundation for modern physics and chemistry. So her discovery of the elements polonium and radium revolutionized our understanding of the atomic structure. And by studying radioactivity, she opened up new ways for scientific exploration and paved the way for future advancements in medicine, industry, and technology, of course. So, on today's world, Marie Curie's legacy leads on through the numerous applications of her research and the use of radiation in medicine, for example, for cancer treatment or X-rays for diagnostics, and radioactivity isotopes in different fields are all direct results of her pioneering work, and her dedication to science and relentless pursuit of knowledge continue to inspire generations of scientists and researchers to push the boundaries of what is possible. Okay, now we're gonna share with you some things that we find interesting about her story. First, she was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, as well as the first person to win that prestigious award twice, because she remains the only person to be honored for accomplishment in two separate sciences, that is physics and chemistry. Second, Marie Curie made a pact or a deal with her older sister, Bronia, to support each other's educational dreams, and this deal allowed them to achieve their goals in a time when opportunities for women in higher education were limited. So Mary would work as a governess and tutor to pay Bronia's medical studies in Paris, and once Bronia became a doctor, she would then financially support Mary's own desire to study science at the university. Third, Marie Curie chose not to patent her discoveries because she believed in the purity of scientific research and the importance of sharing knowledge for the benefit of humanity. And despite the potential financial gains from patenting her work, she was dedicated to the intrinsic value of science and the greater good it could bring to humanity. Fourth, Marie Curie opened research centers in both Paris and Warsaw, and these centers helped to train the next generation of scientists and continue her work on radioactivity. They also helped to make sure that women could study science and become important members of the scientific community. And finally, that she died in 1934 of aplastic anemia, a disease that was likely due to so much radiation exposure from her work with radium. So her notebooks are still today stored in special boxes in France, as they were so contaminated with radium that they are radioactive, and they will be radioactive for many years to come.
Reflection. In addition to her hard work and research, we can appreciate Marie Curie for her resilience and determination, because despite the discriminations and the she suffered and the lack of opportunity because of her gender, she managed to continue and make great improvements. Marie Curie served as an inspiration for new scientists, especially for women who were trying to make a way in this field. This is particularly true in the past because they were having a hard time to make this way in science. Also, the passion, dedication, and responsibility that Marie Curie has to her work is something that we have to admire and to take into account if we want to succeed in something.